rock and roll. So yeah, this is this is quite a long story. It began back in I think it was 2000 during the winter, and because I used to live out in the country just outside of Orangeville, in Ontario, and it'd be about 3:30 in the morning, and there was this stop sign I'd always blow through, like, pretty much every night. So an OPP officer, I'm not going to give his name, uh, he happened to notice me blow through the stop sign. And of course, I slowed down, I looked both ways and kept on going. It's 3:30 in the morning, right? So the next night he was there waiting for me. And so yeah, that happened. He pulled me over and he asked for, or no, I didn't. No, he didn't ask for anything. It's just like, yeah, he pulled me over and he's like, oh, do you know anybody that is, trafficking drugs or, doing any sort of crimes or whatnot? And so what I did, I said, was like, do you mind if I jump in the back of your cruiser? And he said, yeah, go ahead and we'll talk. So yeah, I jumped in the back of the cruiser and trapping myself. And I gave a couple names of people that harassed me throughout high school, indoctrination school as I call it. And everything's cool, and he let me go. So the second time around, I was just outside of Orangeville, and smoked a joint with a friend. So we went down a back road, dirt road, and smoked a doob, and then started making our way back, and then the same officer pulled us over, which is OPP officer, Ontario Provincial Police. And so he pulled us over, and he came up to the window. It's like, oh, Constable, blah blah blah. It's like, oh, nice to see you again. And he's like, oh, were you guys have any drugs or anything like that? And I'm like, yeah, here's the roach. See it? And he's like, can you step outside of the vehicle? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So I went and stood towards the back, or went out, got out of the vehicle and went towards the back and talked to him. And he didn't really give me a lecture, but he was just checking in, I guess you could say. So that was the second occurrence. And then there was the third one. A couple friends of mine, we went out to the fairgrounds, rolled up a massive 2-paper joint. It got completely blazed. And so I was like, let's take the long way around and go back, So going in the opposite direction, I've seen a bunch of garbage, like a bunch of debris and whatnot on the road. So I tried braking, and of course I ended up running over it. And it's like, I had a good faith. I thought, well, I might as well turn around, go back, pull that crap off the road so nobody else runs over it. And as soon as we got out of the car, my friend said to me, he was like, dude, there's somebody down there. Well, high is completely gone now. And there's a man standing in the ditch, and he's got blood all over his chest. And he's holding a flashlight that is, totally dead, not working anymore. So we pulled him out of the ditch. I gave him a sweater to keep him warm because I think he was just about to go into hypothermia. And so we call 911 and say, hey, there's a collision, blah 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 blah. And I guess who shows up as the constable, the same guy as before that I met 2 times. What a great man. Some people say cops are assholes, but there are actually some good ones out there. Most of the cops that I met in the city are assholes, but with the provincial police, they're pretty cool and understanding. So anyways, It turned out that this guy was the owner of a major construction company, and he was pretty freaking rich. So sadly, the next day, my buddy, which was with us, it was diabetic, and he went into what do you call it? You know, like when somebody's diabetic and their blood sugar goes all crazy, you know, they absolutely freak out, right? So he ended up in the hospital, and it was interesting because he was in the next room to the guy that we saved his life. So, you know, there's something to put out there. You know, I was talking about karma. It was like, you do good things come to you. Unfortunately, my friend had to go through that too, and but he's all good now. He's recovered and everything's fine. This took place over a period of like 1 year with these three times that we were involved with conversing. So I thought it was pretty interesting. There are good people out there, even if they wear a costume and say they have authority over you. You know, just can't keep a negative mind, eh? Peace.